Hello. So I got a question about being unhappy and content at the same time. And this is interesting because I think a lot of people in modern cultures are experiencing this, whether they know it or not. I think a lot of people actually think they're happy, but really they're not. They're just kind of content and they're just moving, right? Just going. So I think what is happening here, my guess, is that you are in a stable situation. Survival is easy. Your parents are wealthy, you're wealthy, something's going on where you can live without the requirement of stepping out of your comfort zone and becoming something great for yourself. So, that's the thing. Do you want to become something great for yourself? If you do, you're going to have to take risks. It's as simple as that. You're going to have to step out into nature and not know where that foot's going to land. But in doing so, each step forward is going to be your step and your step. Another one and another one towards happiness and towards something you love. And eventually, no freaking joke, I'm in the process of it right now. And in a few years it will expand into something that is completely love-bound by me. My life is doing this. And you can do it too. It's step after another, one step after another, moving towards your happiness and excitement and love, no matter what, in every single moment. In every single moment, it matters. Every single breath matters. It's a complicated question. Are you excited about anything? I think that's an obvious question. I think that's an obvious yes. And I think everyone has that within them. And if you don't necessarily know what it is, you need to step back from what you're doing. You need to step back from perhaps the robotic way that you can contentfully but unhappily live life. And really let yourself speak for itself. Don't even go into your mind, right? Let it be there, but don't be in it. Things will flow through. Feelings occur. Get used to the feeling of your body, right? How many of us even realize we're alive? Breathing. See, something about meditation and breathing cycles is not just only about becoming bodily aware, but becoming energetically aware. As you do these and you practice breathing exercises, different meditation and yoga exercises, it's literally creating a more open space for yourself to breathe in different ways. And I said this in another video, the ways that we are around this space is not only physical with this arm. Obviously, it's very musical with our voice, auditory. This nose is an extension into the outside world. I can see a bear. I can see blueberries. Where's those mushrooms? I can see the mushrooms. Right? There's more to life. Find the energy within yourself. Again, like I said before, meditation and breathing cycles can help with this because doing things over and over, especially the most innate thing, breathing, you'll find that energy starts to tickle around you. And these feelings of waves are not uncommon. And the more you do something, the more it comes into your life, naturally, innately, without even you doing it, subconsciously. So practice the breathing, the awareness of self, the feeling of the energy within yourself. And then with that sight, with the openness, it will flow its own direction. And I think that is the universal will for your being. To be happy with that universal will. Perhaps you have something in your mind that's battling it. I don't want to do that. I feel like I should do it. Nah, I don't want to do it. This idea and that idea says, well, maybe it's going to be like this. I don't want to do it like that. Well, your mind isn't going to know it. Again, step one step in front of another towards happiness, towards happiness, towards happiness in love, passion, excitement. Your life will become that. Love, passion, excitement, happiness. So you gotta extend into uncertainty, right? You gotta be life, right? You can't be a robot within this jungle of leaves. You gotta extend into uncertainty. Some branches aren't gonna keep going. That's okay, but keep on growing. Regardless, keep on growing into what you love. The plant's preference, right? The universal will for that thing. But there are many blackberry bushes, right? This is that blackberry bush. This is your bush. That one over there is that person's bush. So you gotta find a way to align your position in space with what you are, right? Your universal will and your own personal egoic will. If you can put your mind into your heart, those two things are going to be working together. Everything that goes through your mind is not going to be something maze-like and random, so to speak, or problematic, but instead it's going to be aligned with your heart, and the universal will just come to your mind. The ideas will be suited and directed into something that's highly useful for the being that is supposed to be right there. So keep following the excitement and passion. I've said this before, but if you're not there, if you don't know how to see it, you got to first figure out how to see it. There are steps, there are foundations, there are fundamental things to something more complex. The further into the roots you can go, the larger you're going to be, the taller the tree, the stronger, the more stable, the more nutrients you can take up. So if you don't know it all, find foundation. Become nothing. Lay there. Do nothing. Breathe. Do nothing. Think nothing. Or if you have to think something, go to your breath again. At least it is a cycle, it is a motion, an in and out, a rest and active, a trough and a crest, a wave, just like life. At the very least, if you need something to have your mind on, go to your breath. Become foundation, grow into what you need to be, both aligned with your universal will, your heart will, with something as well that you enjoy. Now, what usually happens with that disconnect between the mind and the heart, usually there's past experience within our mind that holds us in a jail to what our heart really wants. And we think about all the past experience, something that's not necessarily useful anymore. We're going forward, right? So these past experiences can cloud our mind, and it can cloud our steps, right? So there might be some judgment upon yourself. Oh, I did that. I wish I did this, regret, whatever. Or, ooh, when I did that, I feel like I looked like that person, right? Or like, ooh, if I go this way, I remember that one person that looked kind of weird when he was doing that too back in my 10 years ago, Just random little images can come up and make it feel awkward, can make yourself feel awkward. So, rest and allow yourself to be yourself, and you'll move towards happiness, inevitably. I hope that helps. I think this is a very common thing that most people don't realize, especially in the United States. Oh, life is so easy. We can go eat McDonald's whenever we want, right? We can go eat all these fancy foods and tasty foods and sweet foods and go to all these movies and excitements and all that. While all in the while, our life is being drawn away with expensive work and not life. So, the more you give yourself time, away from all these things that society thinks one should be and do. Give yourself time with your plant, and you will grow into your space, the most extensive space you can be. Hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you're here, and peace.